Welcome to Senior's Last Word, and we are still talking Chelsea because everyone thinks that Chelsea are no more, Chelsea are gone, Chelsea don't have quality. The topic for today is, what's the difference between the Chelsea side today and the Chelsea team we used to see under Roman Abramovich? Because that team was ready to go on every season and challenge for the title. This current Chelsea side, no one knows. What was it that made that team great? Don't forget, 5 of Chelsea's titles in history have been won under Mr. Roman Abramovich's era. And what was the difference? It's the managers. Remember Jose Mourinho, a Portuguese, winning 3 of those 5 titles. And if you remember, each of those seasons, he had great squads, world-class squads. They spent the money, they brought in the players, then they spent money on the coach, and it was world-class. But don't forget, when Jose Mourinho first came to Chelsea, he wasn't necessarily world-class, even though he had won with Porto. He wasn't necessarily one of the most famed names in international football. They saw talent, they saw potential, they gave him what he needed, they trusted him, they knew what he could deliver if given time, and it is Chelsea that created the legend of Jose Mourinho. Not necessarily that he came as a world beater or as a world superstar, but with talent, with quality, with time and support. He was given time and he did deliver, especially when he got the quality. I'm saying that so that you remember that our new man who has just come in to take on this monster of Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, the name might not sound so big. The name might not make much sense to you. But remember names that have won big things at Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel winning the Champions League. Who knew about Thomas Tuchel? But he did. Rafa Benitez comes in there. Yes, he had won the Champions League with Liverpool, but he comes again and wins the Europa League with Chelsea. So we've had managers there who didn't have much of a chance before, or who didn't have reputations before, but they delivered. Carlo Ancelotti, huge and big, he had the team because he was supported. So we are seeing a Chelsea side now that says, what mistakes have we made? And I can tell you the mistakes. In 3 seasons, when you have 4 coaches, changing them, and you have every season a different team, a different squad, you are going to have problems. They've hardly had stability, this Chelsea side. They've suffered stability at the coaching level. They've suffered from stability or lack of it at player level. The good thing though, Mauricio Pochettino, he did bring Chelsea from 12th, where they had ended 2 seasons ago. He's brought them to 6th. Remember, 3 seasons ago, they had finished 3rd. So it is not true that Chelsea is really gone. It is not true that we are seeing a ragtag Chelsea. No, it is just little tweaks. So what Pochettino did when he came is to identify talent that can help to stabilize this club again. Among them, of course, front list among them, I've already told you, Cole Palmer for one. And then the rest of them, all you need to do is to give them time. When you think that the previous teams had world class, I've already told you, Marcos Alonso, Azpilicueta, Fabregas, Pedro, they had Eden Hazard, Diogo Costa, all those, Thibaut Courtois, all those, Gary Cahill, David Luiz. In terms of names and squad, they were huge. We don't have that many quality players today in European football. You can only use what you have. When you look at what Chelsea has today, it's not so bad. Actually, it is competitive in terms of the teams that they have to compete with or against. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man U, yes, and Man City. So if this team is to resurrect, all they need to do, if you were the owners, is not necessarily to do it the Roman Abramovich way, which was to sack and sack and sack the new owners and the new project they're working on. All you need to do is to give the coaches trust and confidence. Have faith in what you've put together. The quality is there. Let them build. In my view, all you need to do is to strengthen, not to sack, not to sell, to strengthen. Which are those areas? The centre backs and one reliable goal scorer. If they can do that, all the other areas of the pitch, they have the quality required to win it. Chelsea is not as bad as people think. Chelsea have a coach who I think have what it takes to stabilize them, Enzo Maresca. This Chelsea side is going to be something, and that's my last word.